So good afternoon everyone. So today we are going to discussing the most important topic. So before we are going to start this topic, I will just ask you a simple questions. If from few days absence of sunlight, what will be happen in earth? Yes, photosynthesis process is stopped. If photosynthesis process is stopped, then ultimately the life is not exist. Why life is not exist? Because we are dependent in ultimately on the sunlight. Okay, we are directly and indirectly dependent on sunlight. So we have learned that previous classes the photosynthetic reactions. So anyone say that the photosynthetic reactions? Yes, 6CO2, 12H2O. Photosynthetic reaction 6CO2, 12H2O in presence of sunlight, chlorophyll. Okay, which is the main product? C6H12O6 is the main product. And byproduct 6O2 plus also 6H2, and this is 6O2. So this is the final reaction. We have learned that previous classes, last classes we have learned this. So this is the final reactions, and we also learned that these reactions occur in broadly two phases. One phase is called light reactions. So photosynthesis two phases. One is light reactions, another is dark reactions. Okay. So today we are going to discuss particularly the light reaction in detailing. How sunlight is converted into chemical energy. So detailing study of light reactions. Okay. So let's go. This topic, the light reactions of photosynthesis. Light reaction of photosynthesis. So today's topic is light reaction of photosynthesis. This light reaction is called photophosphorylations. Its name as photophosphorylation. This light reactions is also named as photophosphorylations. And first question is arise here. So where does it take place? This light reaction, where does it take place? Yes, this takes place in chloroplast. If we see the chloroplast structures, double membranes, inside presence of thylakoid sacs or grana. So these are the thylakoid sacs or grana. It is called grana. Here light reactions takes place. The locations, you can write that, locations of light reaction. Thylakoid membrane. So here write locations, you can write that thylakoid membrane. Now go to the why it is called photophosphorylations. Why it is called photophosphorylations? Photo means light. Phosphorylation means formation of ATP. So you see this, the phosphorylation means formation of ATP in the presence of sunlight. That is called photophosphorylations. Okay, formation of ATP in presence of sunlight is called photophosphorylation. And where does it take place? You see the structures. This is the grana. So thylakoids, and single is called thylakoid. The thylakoid membrane. In this thylakoid membrane, it takes place. If we see, draw this big format. This is the thylakoid membranes. In these membranes, it's occurred the light reaction. Here, the presence of photosystem 1 and photosystem 2, both are present. Also electron carriers, and here the light reaction is occurs. So now go to these photophosphorylations occurs in two ways. These photophosphorylations occur in two ways. Now discuss. This photophosphorylation occurs. One is non-cyclic pathway and another is cyclic pathway. Okay. So this non-cyclic pathway, why it is called non-cyclic pathway? Because this non-cyclic pathway looks like not a cyclic form. The electrons goes to the non-cyclic pathway, not a cyclic form. So now go to the discussing about detailing in non-cyclic pathway. It's also named as Z scheme. Okay, now go to the detailing discussion of non-cyclic pathway or Z scheme. So everyone write down the non-cyclic pathway. So locations, we know that locations are thylakoid membranes. Okay. So how it is takes place? Here in thylakoid membranes, presence of two photosystems. So this non-cyclic pathway involves two photosystems. One is photosystem 2 and photosystem 1. So you see this is photosystem PS2, who absorb particularly light 680 nanometers. And here also accessory pigments are present. Chlorophyll A is the main pigment, photosynthetic centers, and another the accessory pigments also present. Okay, which help to the absorb the sunlight and transfer to the main photosynthetic center, chlorophyll A molecule. When fall this light, what happened? The light, after falling of light of photosystem 2, it happened that the electron of the chlorophyll A molecule, the outer cells, leave, excited and leaped from the outer cells. And this deficiency of electron replaced by here presence of H2O molecule split here into 4 H plus 4 electron and oxygens. So this process is called photolysis. So these H2O molecules fulfill the electrons, the deficiency of electron, and replace the electrons. Okay. So after leaving these electrons, goes to the here presence of electron carriers. 4 electron carriers are present. I draw it. Electron carriers. And here also presence of another photosystems who absorb 700 nanometer light. 700 nanometer light. Here also the light in fall, electron leaves from the outer cells. Okay. Important point. So first you see this 2 electrons or a leave from the outer cells of the chlorophyll molecules, then pass to the electron, fast electron acceptor. This electron carrier, his name is pheophytin. Everyone write down the pheophytin, primary electron acceptor. It is called primary electron acceptor. It takes this electron and pass to the another electron carrier, which is name is plastoquinone. Who takes this? After this, he take these electrons, two electron, pass to the another electron carrier, cytochrome B6F. Later I will discuss the cytochrome B6F, which is called proton pump, and how and its crucial role play in ATP formations. Okay. So here's two electrons transferred to the ultimately final plastocyanin, and this plastocyanin electron carrier transferred to the electron, pass to the electrons PS1 photosystem, PS1 photosystems, who fulfill to the electron, the deficiency of two electrons. And these, after excitation of the two electrons, goes to the, here also present of A0, A1, the carrier, electron carrier, and finally ferridoxin here present. Here ferridoxins, here presence of NADP plus. This NADP plus convert this electron, accept it, and formation of NADPH2. So NADPH2 formation occur here. NADPH2, 2 electron and 2 H plus. Take it. And formation of NADP. Here important thing is here enzymes also a presence, which is called FNR enzyme. What is the FNR mean? Ferridoxin NADP reductase enzyme. With this help of enzymes, NADP plus convert into NADPH2. Take the 2 electron and 2 H plus. Okay, understood? So here, what is the important event here occurs in non-cyclic pathway? Important event is there's first event photolysis. You see this first event is photolysis. The PS2 photosystems. Electron leave from these outer cells of chlorophyll molecules. Electron pass to the pheophytin, plastoquinone, and cytochrome B6. This is called proton pump. Cytochrome B6F from stroma to lumen. These two electrons transfer to the finally PS1s, and final electron acceptor is NADP plus. So you can write that final electron acceptor is NADP plus. Photolysis also occur. And H2 molecules the fulfill to the PS2 photosystems electrons. Okay. So now go to the detailed discussions of the how ATP is formed. If you see that this is the granule membrane. This is the granule membrane. Okay. And here presence of two photosystem, and in between PS2 and PS1. In between two photosystem have a multiple electron carriers are present, and these electron carriers carry to the electrons. Here also present of a cytochrome B6F, who pump to the H plus ions toward the lumen of thylakoid. Okay. So are you understand of the non-cyclic, and that's why it's called non-cyclic pathway, because starting from the PS2 and ending from the PS1 and go to the NADP plus H and formation of NADPH2. Okay, and it looks like this graph looks like a English letter like Z. That's why it's also called Z scheme. It's called Z scheme. So next we are going to discuss that how ATP is formed. Okay. If we see, so this is the granule membrane. Okay, see this. This is a granule membrane. Here presence of photosystem 2, photosystem 1, and here presence of cytochrome B6, electron carrier, who transferred to the proton from stroma. This is the stroma and this is the lumen, H plus. So here also H2 splitting, so 4H plus. So here lots of H plus ions are accumulated, then that creates the gradients difference. Here the higher H plus concentration, and in stroma regions lower concentrations, thus lower concentrations of H plus ions, and here higher. These create a gradients. After create gradients, these H plus ions move to the membranes. Here presence of proteins, transport proteins, which is called CF1 and CF0. So these two proteins help to transport the H plus pump outside of lumen towards stroma. So at these positions there are presence of ATPase enzymes. ATPase enzymes. These ATPase enzymes help to the formation of ADP plus phosphate. One phosphate is added and formation of ATP is occurred here. So here important point is, in non-cyclic pathway ATP formations occur, and finally NADPH2 formation occur, and also O2 evolutions have occurred in non-cyclic pathway and jet stream, and these are used in particularly dark reactions. We will discuss the next class of dark reaction, how these are used in dark reaction. ATP, NADPH2 and ATP and NADPH2 are used in dark reaction C3 cycle. Okay, and glucose is formed. So next class is I will discuss that how ATP and NADPH2 are used. Okay, so if I see the now we are going to fast recap of this class. So today we will learn that the light reactions. So light reactions are two types. It is called photophosphorylations. Photophosphorylations are two-way, like non-cyclic, another is cyclic. So today we will discuss the non-cyclic pathway. In non-cyclic pathway have two photosystems, and after two photosystem electrons goes to the finally accept the NADP class and formation of NADPH2, and also ATP also formations occurs here. Okay, so this is the final product. So thank you all, and next class I will discuss the dark reactions.